I told you. Right here in Ligani, Kingston, and tell you that we'll be back on the road tomorrow again. But in the meantime and between time, it's the Maverick on the go.
Welcome back to Final Whistle, and thank you very much, Maverick. So we're looking at the 4 games played today, and we will look in depth at the 4 to come tomorrow. By the way, the odds: Brazil 3-1 to win, France 13-2, England 7-1, Argentina 8-1, and Spain 9-1 as far as taking the title is concerned. I'm sure those odds will be revised as the World Cup progresses. And the matches today again: Morocco 0, Croatia 0, Germany 1, Japan 2, Spain 7, Costa Rica 0, Belgium 1, Canada 0. Now, as I said, Andrew and Miguel made the point earlier before we went to the Maverick, and I said it, what Germany don't have is what Spain have: attacking players. They have attacking instincts, and they have attacking players in abundance, just like Brazil. When I looked at Germany today, Andrew, and as Miguel said, they were lacking a consistent, a classic number 9, a classic goal scorer. Muller looked out of sorts in the game, so they have a spot of bother there, and they reverted or resorted to what Chelsea would have done with Kai Havertz on a number of occasions, using him in that false 9 position and so on. So Germany look like they are really in a tight scenario here.
Well, they put themselves into the position. Now, what they have to do is look at the rest of the tournament. This is a tournament. It's always important to win the first game in the tournament. But if you don't win it, it's not lights out. You know, you have to get some composure, work on it, and try and get the next 3 points. What I think happened to Germany today, they didn't take their chances in the first half. They got a lot of opportunities. The many times the Japanese goalkeeper had to make double and triple saves, which they should have really converted. They should have put away the game long ago, and Japan is the type of team that are going to be persistent. They're going to stick to their system and constantly go at you. And they paid the price in the second half because they ran out of steam, because they were trying to get that all-important second goal. And they should have really put the game away from in the first half.
Yeah. Miguel, as I said, we saw the remaining 2 CONCACAF teams today, and not really an auspicious start. When you look at all what 4 teams have done so far, 2 have drawn and 2 have lost their matches. And Canada today, as I said, that missed penalty by Alphonso Davies in the 11th minute really coming back to haunt them, as Lewandowski's missed chance for Poland did against Mexico yesterday, Miguel. The Canadians will look back now and say they haven't been on this stage for 30-odd years. And oh, how they could have even ended with a point in today's game. But then again, that's all gone through the window now.
Yes, definitely. Canada haven't scored a goal at the World Cup, and I thought today would be, based on how they were playing, it would be the first time they would have scored a goal. But they missed that class up front. But what I love about the Canadian team is how they defended, especially how they pressed. You watch the front 3 pressing the back 3 of the Belgium team, and also shadow pressing the two central midfielder. It was fantastic. A lot of 1v1, winning, the shoulder barges, everything. They were very fantastic, and I don't think that they should feel disheartened by this result. They have come to the party. They have shown that, look here, they have a good team, and believe me, normally Canada is a little bit more individual. They played as a team, and when you look at Johnson, the role that he played, it was very, very unique. You know, how the coach played. And Hurd is a coach that we have to look at. He has done well with the female, now doing well with the male team. But Canada team was very good. You know, they put the Belgians under pressure consistently. They had a block, and what was missing is just the class up front. They just to be cool, to be calm, but they're missing that striker. Alphonso Davies taking the penalty. I think he has missed a penalty also in the Champions League. So they're missing that key player who can, a penalty, they can score, and in the final third they can, be cool, be calm, and finish.
Yeah, and when you look at some of the statistics, the Canadians will be asking themselves, how is it that we did not score even a goal in this match? 14 shots and 26 touches in the box in the first half. Compare that to the England-Iran match on Monday. England had 13 shots and 25 touches in the first half. So you see, the Canadians at one stage were all over the Belgians, and only they probably can explain how they did not convert. Guess what? We're going to be opening up the phone lines when we come back from the break, so take a note of the numbers, 876-733-2461 to 6. We take another break. When we come back, we'll hear from you, our viewers.
Final Whistle brought to you by Digicel, Grace, Pepsi, and Burger King.
Because it's the season of giving, enjoy enough pickings this Christmas with a chance to pick and win your share of over 16 million in cash and prizes. Plus, get 25% off a 7 or 28-day Prime Brota bundle in the My Digicel app today. Enter to pick and win with Digicel this Christmas.
Join the rhythm, enjoy the flavor. The taste that you savor, share with your friend and your neighbor. We're made in Jamaica. Join the rhythm, enjoy the flavor. The taste that you savor, share with your friend and your neighbor. We're made in Jamaica.
Grace Tropical Rhythms, join the rhythm.
Final Whistle brought to you by Digicel, Grace, Pepsi, and Burger King.
Welcome back to Final Whistle. The telephone number is once again 876-733-2461 through to 6. So we'll take your calls now, and then we look at the 4 matches to come tomorrow, because in those 4 games, there is a team that just about every man, woman, and child want to see, and you'll hear so much more about them in a short while, because I tell you, you walk the streets, you drive around the place, persons are talking about a lot of teams, but one in particular, and you'll know which one that is for sure. So we are going to go to the telephone lines in a short while. It's 733-2461 through to 6. As soon as we have some calls, we'll open up the lines. Eric, tomorrow we've got Switzerland up against Cameroon. That's at 5 in the morning. Then Uruguay will take on South Korea at 8, followed by Portugal against Ghana at 11. And then at 2 p.m., guess what? It's going to be Brazil up against Serbia. Switzerland, Cameroon, the first game, Eric. This one looks a little tricky, is it?
I would say tricky because, you know, you get to play against a country that's going to play different than what you're used to. You know, it's always nice with the 2 different continents against each other. But I do think that Switzerland have a little bit more experience and quality on the field. That they are hoping to control the game and not make it an up and down game, not give them too much hope. And I think they have the quality to execute it if they come sharp from the beginning. I think that's just what we see. If you kind of start the game a little bit slow, you're going to have the opponent go hard on you, and then it's hard to recover from that.
Yeah, so Andrew, Eric spoke about Switzerland hoping or wanting to take command, take control. Granit Xhaka of Arsenal looks a renewed, a rejuvenated individual this season. This is a player they were thinking of shipping out not too long ago. But the coach Arteta has exhibited great confidence and trust in him. He looks, as I said, a different customer this season, and I'm quite sure the Swiss will be looking to him to really lead from the engine room come tomorrow, and Onana from Cameroon as well. But let's talk about the Swiss and their chances first.
I believe the Swiss will do well. I have them as one of the dark horses for the tournament. I have them to come out of the group over Serbia and Cameroon, and I think they will do well tomorrow. Like you said earlier, Granit Xhaka is in the form of his life. He's playing very well for his club, and whenever he plays for Switzerland, he always has a good game. He's the captain. He's the leader. They look for him for inspiration, and I think that they have an experienced team mixed with some youngsters. You have Rodriguez, who has been playing for a while, a very good player, Shaqiri. So you have experienced players mixed with a lot of youths, and I believe that they should comfortably be able to take care of Cameroon tomorrow.
Yeah, Miguel, Switzerland up against Cameroon in this Group G, which also has Brazil and Serbia. It's a consensus that Brazil will win the group. But this first game tomorrow, Miguel, Switzerland and Cameroon, which way do you expect it to go?
It's an interesting game. You look at Cameroon, who have not won a game since 20 years when Coach Schaefer was the head coach. You look at Switzerland, a mature team who understand each other a lot. We played against them, I think, in 2015 in Basel, and some of the players are still there. So it's a very experienced team. I expect Switzerland to get the better of Cameroon based on the quality that they have, but also based on the unity that they have and the harmony. So I'm expecting Switzerland to win the game tomorrow.
Alrighty, so we have Taylor on the phones now from Portmore. Taylor, good afternoon and welcome to Final Whistle.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, I'm not hearing the line is not clear, but I just want to make a quick comment that this World Cup is going to be very surprising this year. It's not going to be any other 5 big teams winning. And
my really?
Prediction, hello?
You're saying none of the 5 big teams will win the World
Cup?
No.
And my prediction as a farmer baller is that Saudi Arabia is going to win World Cup.
Saudi Arabia?
Spain is the only chance against them, you know? Mm-hmm. That's my prediction.
Am I hearing correctly? Or do I need to see an ENT specialist? Saudi Arabia?
Connection is bad.
Continue, Taylor. Have we lost Taylor?
That's my prediction. I love long shots. I used to play that.
What has inspired this confidence on your part for Saudi Arabia, Taylor?
The world is going to shock how the ball game going this year. Remember, I tell you. I'll have to go. I just keep listening.
I wish I could grill you for another minute, but thank you for calling Taylor. Saudi Arabia. Huh? Andrew?
Yes, I hope.
I think when you have those
Hope springs eternal.
When you have that with Saudi Arabia, great performance, I think something that we have to keep in mind, it takes a lot out of a team and individuals to lift up your game better than what you're used to. And it's very difficult to recreate that performance even 2 or 3 times, let alone, a quarter, a semi, and a final. So I understand what he's saying, and it's great to see a team like Saudi Arabia play like the way they play with a tactic that worked. But it's going to be difficult for them to really keep that up throughout the World Cup. But, who knows? The ball is round. We'll see where it ends up. I hope for Taylor, they at least advance so he can keep up his story a little longer.
Time is longer than rope.
Yes, we'll see.
We have seen 2 huge surprises so far. And I have the feeling we'll see quite a few more. But we'll talk more about that. We have Natoya on the lines now from Manchester, the cool parish. Natoya, good afternoon and welcome. Natoya?
Yes.
Whatever you have playing in the background, just turn that off immediately and go ahead.
Good
We're
afternoon.
hearing you loud and clear.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Natoya, go ahead. Can we move to another caller, please? Time is of the essence. 733-246-126. Natoya is with us, or is she not? All right, there's a next match tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Uruguay up against South Korea. And Son Heung-min from Tottenham sustained a serious injury a couple of weeks ago, and there were great doubts as to whether or not he would be ready for this tournament. The reports we are getting is that he will be ready. Uruguay, we spoke about the veterans. They have people like Cavani and Suarez. Can those legs hold up for 90 minutes or more? You look at the Japanese today, you got the impression that if they were told they had another 90 minutes to play, gentlemen and lady, they would have continued for another 90 minutes. They are like a turbocharged engine. But this game, Uruguay, South Korea now, let me come to you, Eric, at 8 o'clock tomorrow in Group H.
Yeah, I mean, you asked the questions, can Cavani and Suarez go 90 minutes? Luckily for them, they have some depth in the squad, so they can actually move players around, and they might not even start with Cavani. I think they're going to start with Nunez and Suarez up front. But they have quality all over the field. In the midfield, Bentancur, they have Federico Valverde, that's been playing a great season at Madrid. And, they have a lot of players over the field that you look at and you say, they might have some age here and there, but they have a well-rounded squad to deal with those things as well.
Yeah. Liam, how do you break down this game between Uruguay and South Korea at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Well, I think the South Korean team over the years has grown and grown and grown. Now they have Song Hyun-min, Kim Min-jae, Wang Hee-chan, and some players that play in top European sides and some of Spain South Korean league. Uruguay, like you said, have some old legs in Cavani and Suarez, which is good experience, but also some young legs in Araujo and Valverde and so on, and Darwin, whatever. So I think Uruguay will just edge it, but I think it'll be a close encounter.
Alrighty, we have Paulette from Kingston. Paulette, good afternoon and welcome to Final Whistle. We're looking at the games coming up tomorrow, but you may want to talk about a game which went on today or before. What say you?
What I'm talking about, Belgium mad.
Belgium. What about Belgium?
Goalkeeper mad, 28 goal and all. Now Canada don't score.
Yes, Courtois is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. We know that. We saw him. We have seen him over and over and over. We saw him in the Champions League final, the last one. We saw him today. We know his pedigree. He's world class, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to talk about the World Cup, Paulette? Which team is your team, by the way?
I don't know much about it, but I'm watching it.
Which team is your team, Paulette?
My team is Belgium.
Oh, Belgium. Alrighty, they have a good caliber of players, and it's felt that the group they call the Golden Generation, Paulette, which haven't won anything yet, it said that it's a belief that this is their last chance to win a trophy. Let's see how that pans out. Thank you for calling, Paulette.
Thank you for talking to me. All right.
Alrighty, have a nice afternoon. Uruguay, South Korea, Andrew. The Uruguayans, they have a lot of talent, and the brand of football they play is attractive at times. The South Koreans can be plucky. They can have grit, just like the Japanese.
Definitely. If we look, they are the team that eliminated Germany at the last World Cup. They have quality players, energetic. They play across Europe, so they have a lot of experience there. And I think the fact that having Son for the first game will be a fillip for them. There was a lot of doubt that he would be there, but he has been fitted with a mask, and he will play with a mask tomorrow. So I think it's going to be a competitive game, but I believe that Uruguay still has enough quality that they'll be able to get past them. People like Valverde, Cavani, even if he comes on and plays 20 minutes, he's the type of striker that can get goals. He knows how to find the back of the net. And of course, we don't have to speak about Suarez. We know his repertoire and his abilities. So I believe that Uruguay will win the game tomorrow.
Yeah, Uruguay, Shavar, having just enough pedigree to squeeze out the ascendancy at the end, do you think?
For sure. We know what strikers they have, who they have. Darwin, they have, Suarez. But my thing is, I'm looking forward to see how the role Valverde plays. Because if you look at what he's doing at his club this season, it's fantastic. He has scored 6 goals so far, and since he's made his debut for Real Madrid in 2018, he scored 4. So, his numbers are on the up, so I'm looking forward to see the role he plays in this team.
Yeah, and Darwin Núñez is going to be dangerous, I think, as well, because he has gotten his confidence now. He has found his groove. He has settled in at Liverpool. A few weeks ago when he wasn't scoring, he said he could not understand a word they were saying in English. I haven't heard anything about that since. I just think that was probably a little bit of an excuse because he was out of sorts. But he has found his range now, and he's scoring goals for Liverpool, and his confidence is back. We're going back to the phone lines now. Ian from Kingston, good afternoon and welcome to Final Whistle, Ian.
Hello.
Go ahead, we're hearing you. Ian? So we're having a bit of a technical glitch there. We'll get back to the phone lines in a short while. So Uruguay, South Korea. Miguel, what are you looking at now for this interesting looking matchup?
Well, what I'm looking at is a matchup with a 4-4-2 and a 4-2-3-1. Can South Korea with the numerical superiority inside of the midfield create damage to the Uruguay team? That is something that I'm looking forward to see. I'm looking forward to see how the Uruguay team, which is my dark horse team, really play, especially in front. Will they play as a more defensive unit, or will they play with a fluid attack? That is something that will show how well they will transition throughout the rounds. But Uruguay, I'm expecting to win. They have a very good team. Valverde, he will sit inside of the middle, and he will be playing like a box-to-box. So it's going to be an interesting game. Song is there to Song is playing, so you can't count out the South Korean team is a oil machine. I've coached a lot of South Korean players, and they're very, very disciplined, very, very disciplined. So I'm going to expect a disciplined game from them. But with the strike force that the Uruguayan has, I believe they will, win the game.
All righty, before we take our next break, Ian is back with us. Let's hope we can hear him loud and clear this time. Ian, good afternoon once again and welcome back.
Spencer.
Yes, man, go ahead. We're hearing you now.
Man, you start that sounding a bit low, though.
Oh, we'll work on that. Go ahead.
Yes. Boy, enjoying the football so far.
Yes, man.
My team is France, They did a good job yesterday with the other team there.
Against Australia?
Yes, with Australia.
Yes, they look quite impressive
Canada.
to me.
Oh, good afternoon to the rest of you people, that nice lady, young lady there and so on. Yes.
Yes,
yes. I thought that Canada would have scored, man.
Boy,
today.
Ian, in the first half, the first 20, 25 minutes, as I said, only they probably could explain how they did not score. They were all over the Belgians.
Yes. Yes. What do you think about Uruguay tomorrow?
Uruguay, they have good pedigree. It's a good composition, their squad.
Yes.
And if Son Heung-min is not at his very best in that engine room for South Korea, I think the Uruguayans will be able to squeeze it out. When you look at the composition of talent they have all around, they look like a well-knit unit.
Let's not forget, they were the first World Cup winners, no?
Yes, 1930, huh?
Yes, 1930.
Yes, man.
Yes.
Yes, should be a good game.
Yes, man, should be a good game.
Come tomorrow.
Spencer.
And that is at 8 in the morning, Jamaica time.
Yes, man, you're doing a good job.
Yes, man. Thank you very much, Ian. Thanks for calling, and keep watching our programs.
Good,
Thank you.
It.
All righty, let's take another break. When we come back, we look at the two other games for tomorrow, Portugal, Ghana, and Brazil versus Serbia. Come back with us.
Final Whistle brought to you by Digicel, Grace, Pepsi, and Burger King.
Grace Foods got the taste that moves you. Yard and abroad, it moves you. Grace Foods, the taste that moves you. Fuel the vibes and the time when the day Grace Foods from the end. Yeah, the taste that moves you. From the spices move you. Everybody shout out Grace. When the food sweet, we dance. When the vibe nice, we love. Yeah. The taste that moves you. Grace bringing the food you love.
Grace has a taste that everyone loves. That's why when we move with Grace.
Because it's the season of giving, enjoy enough pickings this Christmas with a chance to pick and win your share of over 16 million in cash and prizes. Plus, get 25% off a 7 or 28-day Prime Brota bundle in the My Digicel app today. Enter to pick and win with Digicel this Christmas.
Fool! You just get what? But you hungry, man. You're the king of this. Like how what are the king of burgers? You see when Burger King goes so boom, and they make the beef patty well seasoned up and put it on the open flame, then them go so juicy pickles, tomatoes, freshly cut onions, crispy lettuce, classic. Every other burger still stuck at square one.
Babe!
3 juicy whopper, right on time.
Taste rules your way at Burger King. The best tasting burgers under the sun.
Final Whistle brought to you by Digicel, Grace, Pepsi, and Burger King.
Welcome back to Final Whistle. The third game on the day tomorrow at 11 o'clock will be in Group H. Portugal up against Ghana, and I was looking at some scripts the producer gave me just now, and she listed some players. And Cristiano Ronaldo, beside his name, she put the club, age, appearances, goals. Cristiano Ronaldo, club, no club. Who would have expected to be hearing that at this stage? And I'm thinking that he will command the bulk of the attention tomorrow. Ever since his controversial interview re Manchester United, and you would have known by now that they got to a mutual agreement, and they ripped up his contract, and he's now a free agent. I'm thinking, Andrew, Miguel, Shavar, Eric Sharona, and Liam, I'm thinking that Cristiano Ronaldo, his agent, Jorge Mendes, must have said something concrete to him in terms of finding a new club. We know he wanted to leave Man U since last summer. would he have gone out on a limb like that, Andrew, and done what he did if a club, a replacement club wasn't lined up for him elsewhere?
Well, whether he lined up a club or not, we definitely know this is the platform to have a shopping window. And definitely, based on his performance at this World Cup, he'll have a lot of interest from a lot of clubs who would like a player of his quality. So I think that this is a statement World Cup for Cristiano Ronaldo. He'd want to come, show his talent and show his quality so that some clubs will come begging for him.
Really? You think there will be a lot of interest? He's 37, you know, Andrew. I'm going to turn 38 when? June next year? Given what he has done since he has come back to Man United, he's a legend, yes, but what he has done in this second stint, the acts of indiscipline, you think a lot of clubs would want to touch Cristiano Ronaldo with a long piece of stick?
Very long piece because
oh, really?
His commercial value. He sells shirts. As a matter of fact, he sold the most Manchester United shirts this season.
Yes.
And any club that he goes to, he will sell the most shirts. So believe me, clubs are looking at the commercial value that Cristiano Ronaldo has.
Remember, this is a player who was recommended to Chelsea last summer, you know, and Tuchel, when he was there, Thomas Tuchel said, no. The new Chelsea boss, he was sort of obsessed with Cristiano Ronaldo, Shavar. So you think as well a lot of clubs will be, if he performs well here, he'll have a lot of suitors?
Most definitely. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. He score goals. It's going to win you games. It's going to win you trophies. He likes to be in this position. People doubting him and coming to the forefront. The cream always rises to the top.
So hold on. In the summer, only one offer came from somewhere in Saudi Arabia. And you are telling me now, if he performs at optimal level in this World Cup, the offers will be coming in droves? That's what you're saying?
Most definitely.
I want to see that. Sharona, what do you say?
No, I agree. The World Cup is the best Walmart and Amazon for top players. So if you do well here and you have such a reputation and commercial value, as Coach said, you know, there's no doubt that people will be looking to you because it's a money-making business.
Eric, you're in agreement?
I mean, the only reason why I don't think they will be coming in those numbers is because clubs will realize we don't stand a chance to get him. But when it comes to the desire of getting him, I think it will be a bunch of clubs. But it will just be a handful of clubs that will
How many clubs can pay the £500,000 per week?
Well, I do believe that at this stage...
If he doesn't lower his...
Exactly. I think at this stage he will realize that each club will have an individual customized approach and he will be willing to adjust his standards, his demands based on what club comes for him. But I still believe that it's only a handful of clubs that will think that they can get him. And I think Ronaldo will only have a handful of clubs in his head that he will say, those were the only ones I take serious. And when it reached to a stage that how many clubs were there that fit that category, you might now be left just with 1 or 2 or 3, but I'm sure Newcastle United will want to buy him.
But he won't go. They have ruled themselves out of contention.
Well, for the reason that they figured we cannot pay what he wants us to pay him, because if you go to Newcastle, you have to pay top dollar. But maybe if Sporting calls him and there's an emotional attachment, he say, all right, I'll change this. Maybe when it's Madrid say, you know, everything falls through with Mbappe and this and Benzema, you never know what's going to happen. But if he plays a good World Cup, I'm sure that clubs and owners will consider making an approach for him.
I want to get the take from Miguel and Liam on this. Miguel, you think if Cristiano Ronaldo performs well, excellently at this World Cup, what are the options really? Is Real Madrid one of them? You know, Benzema is out. Could they look at a short-term option for a sentimental return for him?
Well, it's no doubt the quality of Cristiano Ronaldo, but also he comes with not only the quality, but he comes with some form of baggage, and many clubs have seen the headlines surrounding him. It's a matter of what type of contract. Will it be a short-term contract? Maybe the likes of Bayern Munich, who Chapo is now the striker, may look at it for maybe a 6 months. But I don't see a lot of clubs taking on Cristiano Ronaldo at this moment, especially for a long term. And he would want a 2-year contract, but I don't see many clubs with the cost to get him, with the profile, with his behavior. Not many coaches in the world of football now would want to take on a Cristiano Ronaldo. But let's see how he performs in the World Cup.
Yeah, what's your assessment of this, Liam? In terms of the possible takers, Bayern Munich, you would throw them in there alongside Real Madrid?
No, yeah. I mean, the bottom line is he would not have come out with this interview if he had found a club, obviously, in the summer. And like you said, literally only one offer in Saudi Arabia when Man United said, you can go, but you have to find a club. And there wasn't much interest in him. So, yeah, key that he has a good World Cup. And I still think there are clubs out there that will, buy him. I think, there are Bayern Munich and so on, Real Madrid, but it would be a short-term return. I don't think it'd be anything too serious.
Yeah, let's look at the rest of the Portuguese team quickly, Andrew. They have a quality unit as well, Bruno Fernandes. But even at the club level at Man U, sometimes when Bruno, before Cristiano came back for the second stint, Bruno was blowing hot steam all over the park. But he appears to be a little overshadowed when Cristiano Ronaldo is around. How do you see it working out and their chances in this game against Ghana tomorrow?
Well, at the World Cup level, everybody wants the same thing. So people are going to put all their differences of being overshadowed or who will be the star. Everybody knows that Portugal's team is Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno knows it, Cristiano knows it. So all they have to do is work together. And I think this Portugal team has a lot of quality and could go deep in this tournament.
And they have a couple players, Joao Felix, for example, he's looking to move on from Real Madrid, not Real, Atletico. The reports are that he and Cholo, Diego Simeone, have fallen out. The relationship is at zero level at this point in time. Let's look at the Ghanaians, Shavar. You see how much Cristiano Ronaldo is overshadowing everything that's happening with this game. And the game hasn't started as yet. The Ghanaians, Thomas Partey, a midfield enforcer from Arsenal. He was super at Atletico, and then he came over to Arsenal, and he has looked very good for the Gunners. Problem, though, he can't stay fit. If he stays fit and if he plays like how he has been playing for Arsenal in recent matches, the Ghanaians will look to him to shoulder a lot of the responsibility, won't they?
Most definitely. I mean, as he goes, the team will go. And, alongside him, you have the IU, and he's aging like fine wine, still running, still playing. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing the leadership from Thomas Partey and with his play also.
Yeah, Sharona, how do you see this game going? Portugal, Ghana, Portugal the favorites?
Portugal the favorites. The African teams are coming with vim and vitality. Very aggressive, but not careless. Like in the past, they're more structured, so you can't count them out. They're putting passes together, breaking the lines, and it will be very interesting to see how they defend against the Portugal strikers.
Yeah, the final game tomorrow is the favorites, Brazil, the 5-time world champions, up against Serbia. Brazil haven't won a title since 2002, all of 20 years. Who would have thought that Brazil, the great Brazil, would have been experiencing such a World Cup drought? I've seen interviews from a number of players, Miguel, in the Brazilian squad this week, and they have said they have absolutely no idea which 11 the coach Chiche will put out there come tomorrow. They're saying it is that competitive. What are you looking at for Brazil, Miguel?
I work with a few Brazilians, and they're not sure about the starting team. But it's interesting where Neymar plays tomorrow. Does he play on the outside left, or does he play in the number 10 position, or it will be Paquete? But it'll be a tough game for Brazil. The Serbian team is they come from the Yugoslavia bloc. They're a very strong, powerful team. They haven't been doing well in the World Cup, but they play a very good game. So I think Brazil will be tested. What system the Serbian play does, do they match up with them in a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3 to prevent Brazil, getting down the line, getting into the channels and creating a lot of goals. But I believe with whichever Brazilian team, it's Marquinhos or Silva play at the back, whichever Brazilian team, it will be lights out for Serbia. And I tell everybody, the World Cup starts tomorrow. The World Cup starts tomorrow.
Andrew, I hope, and I know all the supporters of Brazil hope that Neymar comes out with a different attitude and approach tomorrow and at this World Cup overall. Because in 2018, he was like a cry baby. The simplest of challenges, he went down looking for a penalty or a free kick. I just hope he takes a different approach. Thiago Silva is there at, 36? Dani Alves at close to 40, Andrew, and you think he will be in the starting lineup at fullback?
There's a possibility. Like everybody has said, we don't know what team Chiche is going to start tomorrow. This team is so deep. At every position, there are at least 2 players deep for every position. And as a matter of fact, he might even throw up a coin and decide how he selects his team.
Yeah, and the names
it is that difficult, and the names that come down, he works with them. But
all right, we're running out of time fast and furious. Quickly, Andrew, who will win that? Brazil. Everybody is saying Brazil will win.
That's right.
Yes.
I think it's unanimous.
Yes, Switzerland, Cameroon.
Switzerland.
Shavar.
Switzerland.
Sharona.
Switzerland.
And Eric?
A draw.
Alrighty, that's
Switch
it.
it
We're
up.
going to have to put the lid on this edition of Final Whistle. Come back with us tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And that's it. Pleasant viewing.
Final Whistle is brought to you by...
Get 25% off a 7 or 28-day Prime Router bundle in the My Digicel app today. Enter to pick and win with Digicel this Christmas.
Nothing moves your vibe, your mood, or your appetite like the taste of grace.
Pepsi.
Fool! You just get what? But you hungry, man. You're the king of this. Like how up are the king of burgers.
Taste rules your way at Burger King, the best tasting burgers under the sun.
Up next, the Supreme Ventures Lottery Draw.
Welcome to the official live drawing of the Supreme Ventures Lottery Games. This could be your lucky day. Get your tickets out and let the games begin.
Good afternoon. It's Wednesday, November 23, 2022. I'm Deandra and welcome to this afternoon's Supreme Ventures Drive Time Live Game Draw. Now here's a quick look at our 1 p.m. as well as our 3 p.m. winning numbers. Remember, all Supreme Ventures live draws are being supervised by the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission and observed by the independent auditing firm PwC. And now let's put some money in your top draw. This afternoon's jackpot is now $800,000 and here are the winning top draw numbers. So good luck and here they come. First up and here we go and it's the number 3. The second top draw number for $800,000 is 14. Up next we have the number 20. And following 20, we're counting with the number 21. And the fifth and final top draw number for this afternoon is lucky number 18. And now let's pick your play other dollars game. So I do hope you're feeling lucky this afternoon. And here are the winning dollars numbers. So let's see how well you did. First up, it's the number 27. And then we have the number 15. And here comes lucky number 16. Next in line, we have the number 28. Coming down, it's lucky number 4. And following 4, it's the number 6. Up next, we have the number 20. And right after 20, it's the number 12. Coming down, it's lucky number 9. And here comes the number 26. Next in line, it's the number 34, and we wrap things up this afternoon in our dollars game with lucky number 2. And now for some easy winnings with our Pick 2 games, so get those tickets out. And here we go. The first Pick 2 number is 27, and the second Pick 2 number coming right up. And it's the number 24. So once again, the winning Pick 2 numbers are 27 and 24. Up next, you can play it 3 ways. It's, of course, our Pick 3 game. So here we go. The first Pick 3 number, and it's 7. The second Pick 3 number coming right up. And it's the number 2. And the third and final Pick 3 number is lucky number 4. So once again, the winning Pick 3 numbers are 7, 2, and lucky number 4. And it's now time to ton up your winnings. So get ready for Pick 4. The first Pick 4 number. And here it comes, and it's lucky number 4, the second Pick 4 number for this afternoon. And it's 0, the third Pick 4 number coming right up. And it's the number 3, and the fourth and final Pick 4 number for this afternoon is lucky number 2. So once again, the winning Pick 4 numbers are 4,